Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. Today is Friday, July the 11th. So, like 7-11, right? So, I have a message today, and it's more of mental health because those who know me know that I have a soft spot for mental health as well as like spiritual beliefs. And this is more of a mental health topic, and I'm trying to keep my topics that I am posting here lately kind of like just straight to the point and not prolonging them unless it's just something that I'm just doing for my YouTube channel. This way, I'm able to also post on TikTok as well as YouTube when they're not too long. And this is just talking about mental health and how sometimes people are really damaged from childhood trauma and they bring it into their adult life, and it turns them into people that they're truly not. And I need y'all to really understand and catch that, because a lot of times we can really take people personal because of things that they're just scarred from, like childhood trauma. And we all come with some type of childhood trauma. No one is exempt from it, right? But it's about pulling those tools out of your toolbox that helps you identify the childhood trauma and ways that you can address your childhood trauma. And what I mean by that is God equips all of us with a toolbox with tools in it, right? But it's up to us to pull those tools out and start to build with them. And the only way that we can do that is by being uncomfortable. So many people are so afraid to just be uncomfortable and really dig deep down inside yourself to deal with trauma that's affecting you. And it's not just always childhood trauma. It can be trauma from past relationships, um, childhood trauma. It can be trauma from work, trauma from everyday life, where maybe you went to the store and something traumatic happened in a grocery store, or even on your way somewhere, accident could have happened that cause you significant trauma as well. And it's just identifying the trauma that you have and realizing, how can I grow past this trauma? And no one is too old to start working on that, because I think sometimes when we reach a certain age, or people reach a certain age, they'll say, oh, well, shoot, I'm already where I'm at. I'm just going to stay this way. No, start to fix yourself. Work on the trauma that's in you that should not be in you. I'm also very quick to tell anybody, like, we all can use some therapy. No one is exempt from it. Like, the world, like, life be life, and we all need somebody to talk to that we can have that comfortable space with, where we just feel free to be vulnerable and let our hair down and be our authentic self without feeling like this person may judge me later and I might see them like at a family function, or this is my friend, so I don't want to talk to them about this. So that's why I say everybody needs some type of therapy or life coaching, or just something to help them deal with these different things. And when we don't get the help that we need, we scar our children. And that's something else that's very important. We have to realize, if we have trauma that we have not dealt with, that affects our children. Not just our children, but anybody that we encounter on a regular basis. And I think it's very important for us to realize also, if you notice everyone that is in contact with you as a person, something ends up shaking the relationship. And you're like, dang, this has happened to me with almost everyone that I'm in contact with, friends, family, maybe even work. You get the same complaints. Then if you're the common denominator, it's something you need to work on within yourself. That's what I had to realize about me. And it has definitely been a journey for me. This was not an overnight thing. This has been something that I have been working on and building within myself for the past 4 years. And it's been intentional work. So I'm just here to say, if you're the common denominator in any situation in your life and it's a negative, you need to start working on healing yourself and dealing with whatever type of trauma that you may have. And also, I think it's important to realize that God placed certain people in your lives to help you deal with certain things, right? God doesn't have people cross paths just for no reason. It's a reason. So if someone is able to pour into you and give you the tools that you need to better yourself, don't be offended by it. Utilize it and be grateful, because I am so grateful for the people that God has placed in my life through my growing journey, and just the significant changes that has happened within me because I have been willing to take positive criticism and actually change the things about myself that needed to change. And then some things I maybe did not need to be changed. I just needed to tweak them a little bit. So that's my word of encouragement today. Like, walk in your purpose. And the only way you can walk in your purpose is by dealing with the trauma that affects you, and don't be afraid of it. And yes, like, it's like ripping off that Band-Aid, and it gets ugly. But this is what I say when I do my life coaching sessions. Like, sometimes when we rip off the Band-Aid because we didn't put any ointment on a cut, it ends up infected. The only ointment, we have to put ointment or something, take an antibiotic in order to get rid of the infection, correct? So when it comes to our life, apply the ointment of God to your wound. Apply the ointment of life coaching or therapy or counseling, right, to your wound so you can be healed. Just don't put a Band-Aid on it. We brush too many things up under the rug, and then we wonder why there's this big lump when we're stepping on our rug. Why isn't it flat? Because of all of that trauma that we just have built up inside of us, and that's what caused us to be angry. Lash out, easily offended. No one can say anything to you. I used to be that person. And if anybody is here that's also on my YouTube page, I'm really transparent about who I used to be and who I am now. Am I perfect? No. I have a long way to go, but I'm definitely not who I once was. And I'm very transparent about, who I am, who I once was. So I just say, walk in it and be willing to do the work. Will it be uncomfortable? Yes, but it is so worth it when you see that other people around you are growing because you're growing, and your children change drastically. And if you're in a relationship, your spouse change, your husband or your wife, your co-workers change. Like, you really affect the world around you. When people are having a bad day and they're walking around with their head down in the store, and you just say, "Hey, how are you? I love your shirt." That brightens people's days. So that's why I'm saying, do the work for yourself and others. Draw close to God and utilize the people that He equipped to help you navigate through those difficult times that you may have as a child or as an adult that just really affected you drastically. But yeah, that's the message for today. I did not post yesterday, and I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm posting today. I love each and every one of you. Remember to allow God to be the navigation to your life. He will not steer you wrong. But more importantly, I don't just love you. God definitely loves you as well. Love you guys, and happy Friday.